Hello everyone, let's go to the 118th example. Declare an array of integers with 10 positions, then read and storage values for each position. Next, using integer pointers, change the position of the second biggest value int in the array by the second lowest value. I think this is incorrect. I think the second biggest value in the array. This is the correct way. So let's go to the program and see what is happening here. Oh my god. Don't be scared. It's okay. First of all, I am including the library stdio.age, which allows us to use functions such as printf and scanf on our program. So moving on, I am including the library stdlib.age, which allows us to include another function such as malloc, calloc, but here in this program I'm not using, I am just setting. So I am including seven int variables, an array of 10 positions, an auxiliary, a pointer for the second biggest, a pointer for the second smallest, a pointer for the biggest, and a pointer for the smallest, and int I. So this scanf is just reading. The value of I will be equal to 0. So sorry with my pronunciation. The value of I has to be lower than 10. So while the value of I is lower than 10, the value of I will be increased by 1. So the first time 0, then the second time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and when the value of I is equal or bigger than 10, we will stop the reading. And this percentage d will storage everything. Percentage d is just a parameter for an int reading, and will storage the value that you type in your keyboard on the array in the position I. So I am pointing all the pointers for the memory address of the array. So when I call array in this way, I am just making that. I am pointer to the first place of the array. This for loop is the key of our program, as you can see. So what I am doing here, the value of I has the same parameter of the past 4. The past 4 is the same. And if the biggest is lower than the current position of the array, the second biggest will be equal to the biggest, and the biggest will be equal to the current one. But I have to check if the second biggest is lower than to the correct position. And if it is, I will change the value, just pointing to the memory address of the correct one. I am doing the same for the smallest, but changing to bigger, as you can see. And just that. The auxiliary here is to change the second biggest to the second biggest will be equal to the second smallest, and the second smallest will be equal to auxiliary. So what I am changing here, what I am doing here, I am changing the position of the biggest, the second biggest, and the second smallest. As you can see, using integer pointers, change the position of the second biggest value in the array by the second lowest value. So here I am changing the positions, So I am setting an auxiliary with the value, and I am changing the value to the second biggest in the array to the second smallest, the pointer, and then changing the value of the second smallest to the auxiliary. And this for loop is just to print the values. So let's go to the program and see what is happening here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 99, 0, minus 10, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, another value 6. So as you can see, it's not good to see. Let me just make that, run again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 99, 0, minus 10, 1, and 6. So as you can see, I am changing the values. Oh, why not change? Oh yes, the second biggest and the second smallest. For 1 minute, I think I did not change the values. So as you can see, the second biggest value in this array is 6. Here, and the second lowest value in this array is 0. So as you can see, I am changing the value of 0 to 6 and to 6 to 0. So it is correct. Thank you for your attention. Link for the script is on the video description, and subscribe for regular content.